For most women, telling whether a man loves them is a challenging task. Men naturally are built to hide their emotions, because in many cultures it's depicted as weakness. This leaves countless women analyzing every word, gesture, and text, trying to decipher if their feelings are reciprocated. But what if he does love you and is simply terrified to show it? In this video, I reveal 9 secret indicators that he's fallen for you, even if he's afraid to show it openly. Understanding the psychology behind love and fear in relationships is crucial to interpreting these signs. People fall in love differently, and men may express their feelings in unique ways. Some individuals fear rejection, commitment, or vulnerability, while others might exhibit what psychologists call the hero instinct. Research from the University of California, Los Angeles, found that the brain regions activated by intense love are the same areas involved in drug addiction. This explains why love can feel so overwhelming and why some people might instinctively try to protect themselves from potential heartbreak. Fear in relationships often stems from past experiences, such as painful breakups, leading some men to guard their hearts. This caution might actually be a positive sign, indicating that he's taking your connection seriously. Rejection sensitivity can also deter individuals from moving forward or expressing their feelings. As I explain each sign, consider what feels most plausible in your situation. 1. He stares, then looks away. You catch him looking at you from across the room. Your eyes meet, and for a moment, time stands still. But just as quickly, he averts his gaze, pretending he wasn't just captivated by you. This push-pull of eye contact is more than just coincidence. It's a telltale sign of attraction mixed with vulnerability. A study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that prolonged eye contact increases feelings of passionate love. When we're attracted to someone, our pupils dilate, and we instinctively want to maintain eye contact. However, for someone who's afraid of their feelings, this level of connection can feel too intense. The act of looking away isn't a sign of disinterest. Instead, it's often a subconscious attempt to regulate emotions that feel overwhelming. It's as if he's trying to steal glimpses of happiness without fully committing to the vulnerability of being seen. 2. The hot and cold behavior. One day, he's fully engaged, laughing at your jokes, and hanging on your every word. The next, he's distant, taking hours to respond to your texts, if at all. This inconsistent behavior isn't just frustrating. It's a classic sign of someone battling between their feelings and their fears. Psychologists call this approach-avoidance conflict. The person is simultaneously drawn to you and frightened by the intensity of their feelings. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a fear of intimacy often engage in these push-pull behaviors as a way of managing their anxiety about getting too close. This hot and cold behavior might manifest as enthusiastically making plans, then canceling at the last minute, or being incredibly attentive one day, then seemingly forgetting you exist the next. He might open up emotionally, then become distant and closed off. 3. He empathizes deeply with you. Have you noticed that he seems to understand your feelings, sometimes even before you fully process them yourself? This deep empathy is a powerful indicator of emotional connection and potential love. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that couples who accurately perceive and respond to each other's emotions report higher relationship satisfaction. When he shows genuine concern for your well-being and tries to understand your perspective, it's a sign that he's emotionally invested. This empathy might show up as remembering small details about your life and following up on them. He might offer support during difficult times without being asked, or mirror your emotions, feeling happy when you're happy and concerned when you're upset. However, for someone scared of love, this level of emotional connection can be frightening. He might try to downplay his empathy or act nonchalant to protect himself. Pay attention to those moments of genuine concern. They're windows into his true feelings. 4. He uses we instead of I. Listen closely to how he talks about the future or makes plans. Does he unconsciously use we instead of I, even in casual conversations? This subtle shift in language is a powerful indicator of how he sees you in his life. Psychologists call this plural pronoun usage, and it's been linked to relationship commitment and satisfaction. A study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that couples who used more we language reported greater relationship quality and were more likely to stay together. You might hear him say things like, "We should try that new restaurant sometime," or "What do we think about this movie?" Even a casual, "That's not really our kind of thing, is it?" can be revealing. If he's scared of his feelings, he might catch himself using we and quickly correct to I. This self-correction is actually a good sign. It shows that he's thinking of you as a unit, even if he's not ready to admit it consciously. 5. He prioritizes your happiness and safety. Have you noticed that he goes out of his way to ensure you're happy and safe? This protective instinct is deeply rooted in evolutionary psychology and is a strong indicator of love and commitment. This might show up as offering his jacket when you're cold, or making sure you get home safely after a night out. He might defend you in conversations with others, or surprise you with things he knows will make you smile. For a man scared of love, these protective behaviors might come out in subtle ways. He might try to play them off as casual or no big deal. But pay attention. These small acts of care speak volumes about his feelings. 6. He lets his guard down, then rebuilds walls. In rare unguarded moments, he opens up to you about his fears, dreams, or past hurts. But as soon as he realizes how vulnerable he's been, he quickly changes the subject or becomes distant. This push-pull of emotional intimacy is a classic sign of someone struggling between love and fear. You might notice late-night conversations where he shares deeply personal stories, followed by periods of distance. He might deflect with humor when conversations get too serious, trying to lighten the mood and protect himself. 7. He wants you to meet his inner circle. Has he started inviting you to hang out with his friends or mentioned introducing you to his family? This integration into his personal life is a significant step, even if he tries to play it off as casual. A study in the journal Social Psychology Quarterly found that integration into a partner's social network is strongly correlated with relationship commitment. When a man starts to see you as a potential long-term partner, he naturally wants you to fit into his world. He might casually invite you to group hangouts with his friends, or mention family events and suggest you might come along. You might hear that he's been talking about you to his friends and family when you're not around. If he's scared of his feelings, he might try to downplay the significance of these invitations. He might introduce you as just a friend, or seem nervous when you interact with his loved ones. But don't be fooled. The very act of bringing you into his inner circle is a huge step. 8. He gets subtly jealous. You mention a male coworker, and his jaw tightens almost imperceptibly. Or maybe he becomes extra attentive when other guys are around. These subtle signs of jealousy, even if he tries to hide them, are strong indicators of his feelings for you. A study in the journal Evolutionary Psychology found that jealousy can actually be a sign of commitment in relationships. It stems from a desire to protect the relationship from potential threats. For a man scared of his feelings, jealousy might manifest in subtle ways. He might ask more questions about your male friends or colleagues, or become quieter or more withdrawn when other men are around. He might make jokes about potential rivals, trying to mask his real feelings with humor. 9. He makes long-term plans, even hypothetically. Pay attention to how he talks about the future. Does he casually mention activities or events months down the line, assuming you'll be there? This subconscious inclusion of you in his future plans is a powerful indicator of his feelings. A study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that the ability to imagine a shared future is strongly linked to relationship commitment. Even if he's not explicitly saying, "I love you," these casual mentions of future plans show that he sees you as a part of his life long term. He might say things like, "We should go to that music festival next summer," or, "When we're old, we'll look back on this and laugh." Even a casual, "I'd love to take you to my hometown someday," can be revealing. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.